there was something really powerful for me in being able to move freely in kind of any way that I felt like I wanted to, around other people that maybe I didn't even know that well. And everything was fine. There was no negative judgment. There's just no negative outcome with it. Actually, it was a positive outcome, which really helped me feel more comfortable with me. So it's funny, when I start to feel some emotion, sometimes maybe it's negative emotion, I will actually go to move my body a little bit. So I'm starting to get in a little bit of a habit. It's just feeling more comfortable in just overall moving and kind of dancing around my home. At work, I notice I'm moving a little bit more, where I don't really care if anybody's watching me when I'm doing it, kind of thing, which I think really helps me get in touch with me. I was saying to somebody at work the other day, when I was a little girl, I was very big and dramatic and wanted to sing and put on the plays and all that kind of stuff. And I think somewhere along the way, I experienced grown-ups like a little bit of embarrassment around that. And I think I closed down on that. And so some of the movement we did there has helped me sort of get in touch with being freer with myself. So I know that my needs matter. And I know that I don't have to take care of everybody else, or everybody else's needs. But living that for a week, taking care of myself, focusing on my needs, focusing on the connections I was making, just really helped me to, I knew these things, but now I feel them more confidently. It feels as though, because I feel them more now, or they're more integrated in my body, that as I go forward, I will be able to incorporate them into my life easier. When they were in my head, it was hard to access them all the time. But now that I've lived it and I feel it, it sort of goes with me now every day.
You were talking about your reactions to other people before. Have you noticed a difference in that?
Already. I mean, I know, and this is kind of personal, but I'm in therapy with my son and we had a therapy session on Monday night, and there were some big emotions that I was having, real big, and was able to sit and stay calm and not react. And it was really beneficial for me in that moment. That's really what I needed to do. And I was able to do that. So I definitely feel like that's from a calmer body. Something I've noticed about myself is I've been very resistant to lots of things, my body especially, and feelings in my body. I'm like, oh, I don't want that. And I'm starting to realize how much of a negative impact that's had, on health and digestion and all of that. And this past year, I've been working on it. But I think this movement and this retreat and some of the things that I did and really start to feel are going to help with that even more going forward. The whole thing was perfect for me. My favorite part, I would say, is the connection with the people. Just to feel accepted. I really felt fully accepted, and fully accepted for who I am and not what I do, or how many kids I have, or who I'm married to, or any of the titles. And even with the various different people, because everybody was very, very different, and people had different experiences, and yet even the people who had different experiences, I still felt strong connection with. So, and that's not happened to me before. I would think in the past, if somebody wasn't having the same experience as I was, I think I wouldn't have experienced connection with them, but that wasn't the case at this. There was connection with everybody there. I would say I experienced a lot of learning to trust myself a little bit more. As far as trusting myself, the whole entire retreat was about that, because even committing to it, deciding to do it, put the money down on it, and then traveling by myself, not everything went perfectly for me. There were some bumps in the road, and it just helped me to realize that I could relax and things were going to work out, and trust some of my decisions. I was very nervous about the dance therapy part, believe it or not, because I was restrictive in my movement and didn't know what that would look like and have not moved in front of people for a long time like that. And I didn't feel pressure to have to do anything. 100% it was worth every penny I spent. I have no regrets over the money at all. I learned so much about myself, which is just going to be invaluable. So I want to do another one.